Now, I want to start this video out by saying one thing, I know your parents, your teachers, your friends, everyone always says this one thing, do not start a business, don't become self-employed because, 8 out of 10 businesses, they go out of business within the first year. The concept is, it's risky to start a business, become self-employed. However, that same concept comes in when you talk about a job, because if that job and that business goes out of business, well, now you are out of a job, and basically your entire life depends on somebody else performing and not based on your performance. And if you ask me, that is the most riskiest thing in the world. And that's why, to me, starting your own business is a lot better and less risky if you ask me. And that's why in this video, I'm going to show you exactly 7 different steps to take to start your own self-employment business if you want to. And on top of that, how to create your own business accounts, how to make an LLC, and all that fancy stuff that you're probably wondering about right now. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ty Bryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified, and do me a favor and smash that like button, okay? Now, here's a question for you guys, okay? Why do you want to go out there and start your own business or become self-employed? Comment down below, let me know. But most importantly, guys, why haven't you done it already? Now, my answer and my guess is usually that people get paralyzed by analyzing way too much data out there, okay? You might watch this video, then the next video here, the next video over here, but the concept is once you have the information, it's time to take action. So once you're done with these 7 steps right here, I highly recommend, please take some action to make your goals a reality, and then step by step move forward. By the way, I will not ask you to quit your job, because again, you don't need to quit your job or have $1 million on the side to start your own business or become self-employed. Again, not necessary. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, guys, basically, once you decided that you want to start your own business, well, it's time to get incorporated. Tell me, why would I do this? And how do I do this? Well, the answer is, guys, to the how, I have a full video explaining every single detail on how to start your own business, get your own corporation or LLC for free. Okay, so link down below to that video. Check it out. It's free. And it shows you exactly how to build your own business account, also how to get your LLC for free, and how to get every single thing you absolutely need for free again, okay? Because sometimes this stuff can be expensive, but I figured out a way to actually get it for free. Now, when it comes to the why, guys, tell me, why is this important for me to actually become incorporated? Well, I'll tell you guys a story, okay? My accountant told me a story about this guy, one of his clients, that basically had a restaurant. Now, tell me, a restaurant, pretty cool stuff, but why do I care? Well, in reality, guys, this guy had a restaurant, but in the basement, he was running a club. Now, if you guys know anything about clubs, they are illegal when it comes to having a restaurant on top and a club at the bottom. That's not legal. You can't serve both things at the same time because, again, it's not legal, and you need permission by the state to do all this stuff. Now, he was running an underground club. Now, basically what happens is, 3 to 6 months later, everything was going fine, and then all of a sudden something happened, and things started getting, kind of spicy in there. So basically, somebody, boop, 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 and somebody got boop, 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 and then they called the cops, And when they called the cops, by the way, I'm making sound effects because I get demonetized if I say that word, okay? Now, when they called the cops on him, well, basically, he had to explain everything, and the cops took pictures of all the drinks that were down there, if you know what I mean. And guess what happened? He actually got sued by the city. But because he had a corporation, all that happens is the corporation actually got sued, but in reality, because the corporation didn't have any money, he just closed it, and that way he himself personally was not liable for all the stuff he did within that business, okay? Which is crazy, I know, but that's the reason for having a corporation so important, because again, it limits your risk just to the corporation and not to you. Now, if you're wondering, Tommy, what was the risk and what was the entire lawsuit about? Well, in reality, the city of New York was asking for $1,000 per day that he actively ran that entire nightclub beneath his restaurant, okay? For every single person involved. Meaning if he had 3 people involved, by the way, guys, quick math here, and you're going to see how insane this is. Now, imagine he was running this for 3 months, okay? 3 months, 90 days. Times $1,000 per day. Well, now that's $90,000. And say he had 3 people helping him. Well, now that's $270,000. Now, if the city goes after the company, well, the company doesn't have any money and they can't go after him because he's limited to it. So that's why having a corporation is so important. I'm not telling you to do illegal stuff to then get away with it. The answer is don't do that because they can find loopholes. But the answer is always have a corporation to limit your risk, and that way you are safer. Okay, that's my ultimate recommendation. By the way, please get a CPA and ask them about which corporation is best for me, an LLC, an S corp, C corp. What should I get? And once you know that information, watch my video on how to get it for free and get it yourself for free, and then hire that accountant to do your taxes. Okay, that way you get one portion for free, and the accountant will do your taxes for a fee. However, they will do it very well and help you. Now, if you want to do it all by yourself, you can do that if you want to, but I highly recommend you always have a CPA to help you with your taxes. Okay, that's my recommendation. Now, number 2 is you have to decide what type of self-employment job you actually want. Do you want to start your own business, or just work for someone but be in a 1099, or do you want to work for Uber and just do that if you want to? Okay, now, if you ask me, guys, the less risky way to do this is basically by going to your employer, your job, and basically saying like, hey, can I get paid on 1099? That way you have to pay my entire health care and all that kind of stuff. However, that way you can write off a lot of information on your taxes, and that's pretty cool if you ask me. And that way you have more flexibility when it comes to your schedule, because once you're on a 1099, they cannot give you a schedule. You make your own schedule. Okay, now that sounds great, sounds amazing. And the way to do it again is you go to your employer and make a great argument about like, hey, if I work on a 1099, I can do my work from home. I can also help you more, and I can also dedicate myself to you a lot more. And on top of that, you save money when it comes to taxes. Isn't that great? Yes, Bob, it is. So yes, I will give you a 1099. Awesome, great. Now, number 2 is this, guys. You can go out there and work for Uber. Now, to me, this is by far the riskiest thing. Now, I'm not just saying Uber, but like companies out there like Instacart, these companies that pay you on a 1099, but you're really kind of like an employee for them in a sense. But in reality, guys, okay, here's why I say it's so risky. It's risky because if Uber goes down, Instacart goes down, or any of those companies actually go down, well, now you go down. However, the third way to become self-employed is basically by going out there and starting your own business. Now, to me, this is the least risky. Now, here's why. Because basically, once you have your own business, you dictate your failure and your success. So it's all up to you, and not up to Uber, not up to your boss, not up to anyone, just to you. And to me, that is the most free way to do it, and also the less riskiest way to do it, because again, you're responsible for your success and also your failures. Now, number 3, guys, before you go out there quitting your job, by the way, I don't recommend you quit your job. I highly recommend you just like work a normal job and also do a business on the side. And once your business makes more money than your job, then you can quit if you want to. However, number 3 is all about having an emergency fund on the side to make sure everything goes smoothly. So for example, guys, I want you to take your monthly expenses and times it by 6. So for example, if you spend every single month on rent, food, utilities, around let's say like $2,000, I want you to times it by 6. Times 6, well, that's around $12,000, and I want you to put this money into a high yield savings account forever until you actually need it. Now tell me, why would I do this? Well, the answer is, guys, this is going to be your safety net. If your business goes down, if it doesn't work out, because sometimes it will do that, or if you lose your job, well, at least you have this money on the side to cover all your expenses for at least 6 months, and that way you are good to go. Because again, if you lose your job, you don't want to have to go out there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm out of a job, I'm going to have to sleep in my car. The answer is no. If you have something on the side, you can cover every expense for 6 months until you get back on your feet. And to me, always having a backup plan is always great. By the way, this might seem like a lot of money, but in reality, it's not. Because again, 6 months is around, let's say for example, 180 days, right? Not that bad at all. By the way, 90 times 2 is 180. Now $12,000 divided by 180, well, that's around $66. You have to save up for around 6 months to have $12,000 saved up on the side. Not that bad at all if you ask me. If you want to do it within a year or 2 years or 3 years, the point is just have money on the side, and that way if anything happens, you are safe. Okay, now number 4, and by far my favorite question to answer is, Tommy, okay, I have my own business, my LLC, I have everything I need. However, what about financing? I don't have any money. Well, the answer is, should you finance or should you not finance? And the answer is, guys, every time someone asks me the question, I always say one thing. I always say no. Now, here's why I say no. I say because if you don't have any experience whatsoever in a business, I don't recommend you take a loan out and then increase your risk from right here to right here, okay? When I was in college, I basically went ahead and I started some businesses. However, I started them all with my own money. And then towards the end of college, after having like 3 years of experience, well, I took a $7,000 loan and I used it for my business. And now that money is worth around like $70,000 to $80,000 now. That's $7,000 loan. However, that is extremely risky. Now, what I recommend is this, guys, okay? Do not try to finance a losing, failing business into success. No, what does this mean, Tommy? It means that if your business is negative and not making any money, don't try to put money into it to become like a losing bucket. It doesn't make any sense, okay? The concept is only finance your business once successful and it can pay for all the bills, and all you really need that money for is for maximizing your success, okay? But people out there that have a business that's failing and they want to put more money into the business, and guess what? It doesn't work, because again, the business is already failing. You're just putting money into a well and just going down, down, down. It's going downhill, all the way downhill. And again, banks are smart. Okay? If you're thinking, Tommy, it doesn't matter, I just default on the loan, and again, it's my business and LLC, I don't have to care about it. The answer is, guys, banks use a lot of language and documentations, and usually they'll have you on the hook, the personal person, on the hook for that loan also. And somebody lends you that money, don't think you get away with it either, because again, they also have a good guy guarantee that puts you on the hook for that loan also. So again, don't get a loan, then you'll default and then everything's going to be fine. No, banks will usually hold you accountable for that loan, okay? So be very careful. However, if you start your own business and step by step you build it up, banks will offer you loans for that business without having to have you as a guarantee, but only after they see the business is already functioning and profitable without needing any money, okay? That's the key to that. Now, before I tell you guys number 5, I want to give you a bonus to making it all the way to the point of video where most people actually stop watching, because most people are here for like, and then they just like go, and then usually they don't really do anything with the information. Again, analysis paralysis. But if you're right here right now, I know you're willing to go the extra mile to take action. So here's the bonus right here, okay? Tommy, how do I pick a business and an idea? The answer is, ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1 is, do I like it? Am I passionate about it? Do I care about it? Number 2 is, sorry about that. Number 2 is, am I good at it? Okay? If you're not good at the things you actually like, well, it might not be worth pursuing, and just look for something else that you actually like and are also good at. Okay? Now, number 3 is there a market for it out there? Will I make money from it? And then once you answer all these questions, for example, I love doing YouTube, I'm good at it, and I can make money from it. Great, great, ding, ding, ding. That's how you pick a business and a strategy to actually go for you, okay? Now, if you try to violate these rules and you just go with something you don't like, you'll be miserable. If you do something with you that you're not good at, well, you won't succeed. And if you do not pick something that's actually going to make you money, well, that's not a business, it's a hobby. So make sure, again, you have all 3 of those concepts within that idea. Now, let's go on to number 5, because it's one of the most important ones. Now, number 5 is you have to prepare for one thing that's very important and no one likes. And that one thing is failure. But the faster you get used to it, the easier your entire life will be, and the faster you actually become successful. Now, the answer is, guys, whenever you do fail, you have to figure out why you failed. And the answer is 100% of the time, 100%, there's no failure here, 100% of the time, it's always going to be you. You can't blame Mindy in the sales department or Bill in the accounting department. No, it's all on you. You failed because of you, and that is fine. Now, it's all about figuring out exactly what's going on. For example, guys, I know this one guy. I recently got a bike, okay? And I went to a bike shop, and the guy said, you know what, Tommy? I hate this business. I don't like it. Amazon came in. They took all my business, and no one cares about buying bikes anymore. They buy it online. I'm saying, okay, I get that story, bro. Cool story. However, what are you going to do to adapt? He said, no, I'm not going to adapt. It's a headache. I'm not going to deal with it. Well, the answer is, guys, if you're not adaptable, if you're not going to make changes, if you're not going to see your failures and improve, then you're always going to stay a failure. The concept is, it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to stay a failure. There's always something you can do to improve the situation. So again, it's all about improving and also getting ready to fail. And once you fail, you keep going over and over again. Don't stop trying. That's the entire concept. That's part of the journey also. Now, number 6, guys, okay? You have to manage yourself. Now, I know what you're saying, okay, Tommy? I'm going to manage myself. It's very easy. I'm very good at work. I was like the best employee there. That's why I'm moving out of there. I'm not appreciating. I get that, okay? Now, the main thing is this, guys. One pro about having a normal job, that 9 to 5, is called structure. Now, structure means that basically they tell you when to wake up, when to go to work, when to eat for lunch, when to stop working, what to do for work, and all these things you might see like, oh my gosh, it's a headache. But in reality, all this stuff right here is structure. And that's something you do not get when you start your own business. You make your own schedule. And usually your schedule is going to start with being like, hey, I sleep, I work, I sleep, watch TV. And that's called a very lazy schedule. So once you start your own business or become self-employed, the answer is you have to become self-responsible also. So the first thing is this, guys. My schedule revolves around 4 things. I got this from Ty Lopez, by the way. And it's basically health, wealth, love, and happiness. Now, this means that I focus on my health, going to the gym, eating good. Also, my wealth, working on my videos, working on my business every single day. Also, my love, my family, my relationships. And when it comes to happiness, happiness to me is an action that I get by doing the things that I care about the most. It's basically health, wealth, love. Okay? That's what I like to do the most. Now, the concept is, guys, do not fall into the rhythm of being comfortable, because once you have a comfort level, if you stay there, you'll stay there forever. Okay? You'll stay here forever. So you constantly be moving up step by step, and that way no one ever gets ahead of you. Now, the final step, and number 7, I want you to take is stay into a locked-in attitude of a growth mentality. Tell me, what does this mean? Well, it's going to be very easy. You know, once you win, people don't think about that, okay? What happens if I win? You know, if you fail, it's very likely you're going to fail. But the concept is, what happens after you win? And the answer should always be, after I win, I keep winning, I keep improving, I keep growing. People get too comfortable with winning, okay? And that's when things actually start happening. People start winning and then stop doing the things that actually got them to that point. So the concept is, once you start winning, you keep doing those same things, but you also keep learning and changing things up. And that way you always keep improving and you always stay on the top, okay? That's the concept. And those are the 7 rules to actually become a very good self-employed person and limit your risk. So again, comment down below, guys, and let me know. What do you guys think about these 7 steps? Do they make sense? Do they not? Comment down below, let me know. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video or like this video, really appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified. And do me a favor, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram, Ty Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch that video on how to start an LLC for free, watch this video right here. It's free. Everything is free. And on top of that, click my face right here. Subscribe to the channel right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.